If you guys lacking coins for all the new cards that are out, then check out mulefactory.com. They're the cheapest site I've found for coins. They deliver in 5 minutes. And if you use TGC Kurt5 at checkout, you get 5% off your order. Check them out with the link down below now.
What's up guys, Curtis here and welcome to a brand new FIFA 10 to FIFA 17 episode. Today, we're looking at some transfers and we're pretty caught up. I mean, some of these are only a couple days old. It's taken us like a week. Can I get some credit as well, guys? I have uploaded now, I think, for 6 of the last 8 days. And I think it's 5 days in a row or something like that. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4... Okay, this is the 5th day in a row, and that makes it 7 in 9. 7 videos in 9 days. That is not bad, you know. That's one of my best spells in a long time. So drop that like if you guys have been enjoying it, and of course smash that like button. But we need to get into some of these transfers. Okay, so our first player of this episode is going to be Dani Alves. Now, if you don't know, he signed for PSG. Everyone thought he was going to City. Didn't happen. He signed for PSG on a free transfer, but he has had a history and a half. We're going to go back to FIFA 10 for his Barcelona card. I'm going to say they did buy him from Sevilla. Sevilla seemed to have basically just given everyone sick defenders back then. I think Ramos came from there, and a couple other big players have as well. So Sevilla have a history of defenders. Dani Alves, though, had a few interesting cards. He was a little bit up and down for a few years. He got that Team of the Year card. He never really hits Team of the Season, just Team of the Year. As you can see, he actually had, I think, 4 of these 5 are Team of the Year and only 1 is a Team of the Season. I think FIFA 15 is the only one that was actually a Team of the Season. He didn't get in Team of the Season any of the years he got in Team of the Year, which is mental to me. But he's gone up and down throughout the years, basically sat around 84, 83. He was up to an 85 for Juve this season. Had a really good year, actually. Was important in their Champions League. I don't know if he's going to stay at 85, maybe down to an 84. But nonetheless, will still be a sick centre-back. He's definitely not a centre-back. A sick right-back to have in the League 1. And will be pretty cool getting a strong link to like Thiago Silva and Marquinhos. A perfect link even. It's going to be absolutely unreal. Next up, we have a winger that has had some interesting times. It looked like he was going to really go and set the world on fire, and then kind of didn't really have that good of a second season. Now, if you guys don't know, Douglas Costa, he has just signed for Juventus. It's only on loan for 6 million euros, but they have the option to make it permanent, I think, for 40 million. A pretty interesting deal. But we're going to look back at his history. Now, he started off at Shakhtar. He was actually signed for Shakhtar in 2009, so he was there for a long, long time. His goal tally for each season is really bizarre. I'm going to read out every single season. It's like this is his lucky number, right? 5, 7, 6, 7, 7, 5, 7, 7. So for 5 out of the last 7 seasons, he's scored 7 goals. It's a little bit weird, actually. Quite concerning. But he really set the world on fire his first season in the Bundesliga, which is this one, the FIFA 16 one. He got a Team of the Season card. He did okay for Ukraine beforehand. He's never exceeded 27 goals in a season as well. 5 of his last 7 as well. He's played 27 games. He really must like the number 7. I don't know what number he has on his shirt. Can I see? He's number 11. There we go. That takes away that excitement. But yeah, he's kind of been up and down on FIFA. He got up to that 89 Team of the Season last year. You thought he was going to set the world on fire, but really didn't impress for Bayern last season. 4 goals is not that good in the league, and you'd be expecting a lot more from him. But maybe next season he's going to start to get a lot more game time at Juve, really blow up into the scene, and for his sake and for just the sake of FIFA, hopefully he has a good card and he's a good player, because he's a pretty decent FIFA player. Next up, we have another winger, and this one is Vitolo. Now, this guy has just signed for, technically, Atletico Madrid, but they have a transfer ban, so he has been loaned to Las Palmas. So, as you can't see on the screen because they haven't given him a card yet, but as you can see, he was at Sevilla beforehand. He was originally at Las Palmas. I'm not sure if he has a FIFA card. Let's see. He did have a FIFA card, actually, back in FIFA 13. He went through Las Palmas' youth career. He literally grew up as a Las Palmas player, which is quite cool. I always like to see that. 2008 was when he first started playing for the B team. 2010 was when he made his first senior appearance. He's only 27, but he's had a few years at Sevilla. If we go through, he joined in FIFA 14. He's been there for all these years. He got a Team of the Season in FIFA 15. He's had a few good years. This year and that season were probably his two best. Really exciting little player. And like I said, he's just been bought by Atletico Madrid. I don't know how much the fee was for. I know it's for a 5-year deal, but they can't sign any players until January. So, or register players. They can sign them, they can't register them. So they bought him, sent him on loan to Las Palmas for the first half of the season. Then in January, he'll return and he'll be able to play for Atletico Madrid. So fair enough, that is one way to get around your transfer ban, and that is a new transfer. A player that's growing quite quickly over a few years of FIFA. Next up, we have a player that is a bit of an OP player of FIFA. That is Muriel. Now, it's not Muriel, if I can type his name in right. A pretty cool one, I think. Now, Muriel has just signed for Sevilla. He's been at Sampdoria the last few seasons. I think I mentioned him in one of our most OP episodes in the last couple of days. But if we look back at his history, in fact, I tell you, he signed for 20 million. A club record fee of 20 million. That seems mental to me for Muriel. He only scored 11 in 31 last season, each to their own. If we look back, he was at Udinese in FIFA 13. Around this sort of time, he just had an 11 goals in 22 game season. Pretty exciting. He had a couple seasons there. He did actually go on loan to Granada in 2011. 2010, 2011, he didn't score a goal whilst in that division. The rest of the time he's been in the Serie A. He moved to Sampdoria in FIFA 16. He's been there for 2 years. Yeah, 3 years actually, 3 seasons. He has scored 21 league goals in 79 games. That's not the best of returns for 20 million. You never know. He might really suit the La Liga and might set the world on fire, but I'm not too convinced. I think Sevilla may have overpaid here. It's great for FIFA. It'd be nice if he gets upgraded to like 78, 79 next season. A little bit more pace, a little bit of shooting. Could end up being a sick card, but I personally don't think he's going to be that good in real life. Okay, next one we have one, and I'm kind of excited to look back through his history as a player. That is Wayne Rooney. Now, if you guys don't know, he's signed for Everton. I'm just going to go ahead and stick this card in. It's really cool to look back at this guy's history. I'm sure you all know he was the cover star on FIFA, all that sort of stuff. In fact, can I find out the years he was the cover star on FIFA? I don't know if I can. It just shows the wrong stuff. Here we go. He appeared on 6 consecutive covers of FIFA from FIFA 06 to FIFA 12. That's not bad, is it? Now, obviously they had to give him some good stats. We're going to go back to his FIFA 10. Not bad as a cover star. 89 rated. He ended up getting an inform that was like 93 as well. 6-hit card. The stats look unreal. I bet he'd be really fun to use now. 88 the following season. Actually looks a little bit better. His heading's improved a lot. His shooting isn't quite as good. His pace a little bit better. Very close card, except his defending and heading have gone up a ton. This one is pretty sick as well. He gets a Team of the Season card. Crazy stats on the Team of the Season. 88 pace. Just looks absolutely boss. Then he kind of starts to get go a little bit downhill. His pace goes under the 80 threshold. Still a very good centre forward. Amazing shooting. Gets a nice centre forward, but he gets his Team of the Season in Cam this time. Obviously, where he's becoming a little bit more withdrawn throughout the team. He's no longer on the cover. He hasn't been for 2 years. And it just goes down a little bit more as each season goes on. Now, last season, he wasn't really good. This season was the first one where you'd never really think about playing the player anywhere up the pitch. He can still be a very good central midfielder. Obviously, he's lost all the defending. I don't know why he had 79 defending in FIFA 11. Then this year, when he plays in midfield, he only has 53. Doesn't really make much sense to me. But fair play. What a set of cards this guy's had. The fact he's only had 2 Team of the Seasons in the last 7 years surprises me a little bit. I know, obviously, his peak was a little bit beforehand. But in my head, you'd feel like, I don't know, he would have had at least 1 Team of the Season. Out of these years, I mean, 13-14, he scored 17 goals. That was his Team of the Season. That was his highest scoring one. 11-12 this season, 27 goals. That's not bad at all, is it? And this season he scored 26. But he only, actually, I didn't realise he only reached 17 in 3 different seasons and only went over 20 on 2 different seasons. I did not know that. I'm really excited actually to see how he gets on at Everton next year though. Hope he has a good season because I can't hate him. I just do kind of like him. He's a bit of an English legend, and I know there's going to be a lot of comments, a lot of people saying negative stuff about him, but fair play. I'm looking forward to seeing how he gets on. Next up, we have a pretty sick transfer in terms of FIFA. That is Rudy Gool. It's going to be very exciting to see how Chelsea got on with their back three next season. They've got some players, that's for sure. Rudy Gool, a very, very good signing. Just signed for Chelsea, of course, and we're going to look back through his history. Now, he actually came up through Stuttgart's youth, mainly. He was actually at Borussia Dortmund for 3 years, really early on. I think he would have been, yeah, from 15 to 17 he was at Dortmund. Then he signed for Stuttgart. This is when he kind of started to feature in FIFA. He played 66 first-team games for Stuttgart, has 3 FIFA seasons there. I remember that FIFA 15 one with 80 pace was absolutely out of this world. Then, of course, he went on loan to Roma for a season and then made it permanently this year. Six-hit card is going to be amazing on FIFA next year. I think he's going to be an 81 or an 82 with Chelsea. Some amazing stats. His pace hopefully stays above like 77. That would be quality. And if his defending and physical goes to like 81, 82, you're going to see him being one of the most used centre-backs in Premier League next season for sure. He signed for only 30 million quid. I think that's a very good deal for a player that has featured, I mean, basically constantly for 2 seasons for Roma now. He seems to have had a big impact for them. He's had 17 German caps in 3 seasons too. So obviously a good player, very versatile, can play full-back, can play at centre-back. If Chelsea decide to change up their system a bit, he'll do a good job. And like I said, that potential back 3 is going to be absolutely rapid. I mean, the players that can play there now is going to be Azpilicueta, Rudiger, Cahill, David Luiz, Zuma, just the 5 off the top of your head. They're going to be very, very good next season. And they're definitely improving the squad. There's Bakayoko coming in too. That's next episode. Wait for that one. Now, next up is a deal you guys all know. This is the one that went the other way to the Rooney deal. This is Romelu Lukaku. Now, obviously, Rooney was involved in this deal, but Lukaku, we're just going to go ahead and stick in his team of the season card, an absolute boss card. Let's look at his history. Now, if you guys don't know, Romelu Lukaku came up through the Anderlecht youth system. He doesn't actually have an Anderlecht card on FIFA. He moved to Chelsea in 2011. This was his first FIFA card, and boy, what a card it was. He'd already scored 33 goals for Anderlecht before he moved over. He never actually scored for Chelsea, which I think is quite interesting. But if you guys don't remember this FIFA 12 card, it was the epitome of like an OP player. I remember doing videos on him back in the day. I remember Cal Freezy doing videos on him, Sam 5000, all the OG FIFA guys. And Lukaku was an absolute boss. Just sick. He moved to West Brom the following season. His card was nowhere near as good. Was down to a silver. Pace went down. Shooting went down. Just everything was down, and it was a little bit disappointing, really. But then he came back with a bit of a vengeance. Moved back to to Everton. Sorry, this was only on loan for the first season. They then bought him permanently. He's been at Everton for a few years now. His card is slowly climbing back up now. 53 goals and 110 for Everton. That's not too bad. Got his team of the season last year. Didn't get one this season, although a lot of people think he should have done because he got, was it 25 goals this year? His best ever goal scoring tally. Not bad at all, is it? So it's going to be interesting. Is he going to kick on at United? Is he going to have another 20-goal season? Or is he going to flop? Who knows? I'm excited to see what he's like through FIFA. I'm not excited to see what he's like in real life because I'm a little bit worried he's going to be very, very good. But that's Lukaku. Next up, we have one of the true madmen of football, and he's actually one of 2 of the Portuguese Real Madrid players to have left this week. No, Ronaldo's still the only one there, but the perfect links are all leaving. Pepe's gone, Coentrão's gone. We're just left with Ronaldo now. He's had a bit of a history. Now, if you guys don't know, obviously he came through Porto, but he's been at Real Madrid for a long time, 10 years actually. I didn't realise it was that long. He signed for Real Madrid in 2007. He's played 230 league games for them. I feel like he doesn't get the respect he deserves at Real Madrid. Like, he has been basically ever present. I mean, if we look at his games, he's basically played 20 or more for Real Madrid for 10 years. There's only been, obviously, the season just gone, and then one season where he missed a lot through injury, where he hasn't played 20 plus games. For 10 years, that's quite a commitment to a club. And actually, if we look at all competitions, he's played 31 or more in all but those 2 seasons. So fair play. The guy has done a lot for Real Madrid. We're going to go quite quickly through his cards. So FIFA 11 was definitely his best haircut. I think you could say FIFA 14 was probably his worst haircut. And that was when he had his team of the season card. And he's had some amazing cards. An 88 rated he got this season. I don't know why he got so much of an upgrade all of a sudden when he stayed around 82 to 84 all that time. And then he gets his big upgrade. Then only plays 13 times in the league. Bit weird that that this year was his big upgrade. I'm not sure what he's going to be like at Besiktas next season. Is he going to be 88? Well, obviously not. Is he going to be 85, 84, 83? What are they going to give him? I do not know. Probably would have helped the fact that he did so well with Portugal that he got that 88 upgrade now that I think about it. But, guys, that is Pepe. There's not much of a change in his history. It's nice for him to finally have a different FIFA card. And it's going to be interesting to see how he gets on at Besiktas. I feel like being a hard man, he'll probably fit in quite well there. And last but most certainly not least, one of my favourite signings of this window. I hope he's good. I really do. I hope he goes and absolutely sets the world on fire in Munich. That is James Rodriguez. He has gone for a loan fee. It's a 2-year loan. I don't know if there's an option to buy at the end or if they'll just negotiate a deal. I don't know, but the 2-year loan deals, they're the thing at the moment, aren't they? Everybody is absolutely loving them. James has had an up and down sort of career. Now, he first came onto the scene, of my knowledge at least, at Porto. Now, he had 3 seasons at Porto on FIFA. He definitely grew a lot throughout those 3 seasons. 1 year, the 2011-12 season, the middle one, he scored 13 in 26, an absolutely sick season. He then went to Monaco. A lot of people thought he was going to go straight to a big money deal, and he didn't. He went via Monaco. He had 1 season there and was absolutely insane. Then he was bought by Real Madrid, one of the biggest fees in the world. Incredible. Had a great first season. 13 goals in 29. He'd had the amazing World Cup. He just really... It was insane. That was his year. The following seasons afterwards, he played 26 and 22 games, 7 goals and 8. He featured, but not like blew everyone away. And I think maybe this season, if he goes to Bayern, if he can be starting every single week, he's got more of a chance. At the moment, it looks like Asensio would have been starting over him every single week. So he's not going to want that. He's going to go and start at Bayern. And I am so excited at what he could potentially do. I seriously have my fingers crossed that this guy is a beast. Hopefully, in terms of FIFA and in real life, because everyone's got high hopes for him, so fingers crossed he does. But that, guys, brings us to the end of this episode. Smash that like button if you've enjoyed it. Subscribe if it's your first time watching. We're going to try and... we're pretty much up to date with the transfers now, so that is good. There's only like 4 or 5 big ones that we haven't done, and by the time we do the next episode, we'll be good. So, it's nice to finally catch up. There was an insane 2 weeks of transfers where it was just impossible, but finally we've done it. So smash that like button, subscribe if you're new around here. Have a fantastic day, and I will see you all next time. Bye, guys.